what is repression and what should you do about it. If we asked many people to define the word repression, most would likely define it as the act of not expressing their anger and frustration. For some reason, most people associate repression with anger and frustration. Why is that? Many people believe that, due to some good boy or good girl behavior, they cannot allow themselves to feel anger or frustration, and so they try to suppress these emotions. They think that when they put a cork in a volcano, as I have drawn on the board behind me, or when they swallow their inner tension, that is what repression is. However, it is important to understand that anger and frustration, those negative emotions I just mentioned, also originate from something. Repression is not about not letting my negative emotions to the surface. It is about not being able or willing to deal with my desires. So, what happens during real repression? What happens is that a desire arises within you to experience something, to create something, to participate in an event or activity, or to produce something. A driving force appears, which comes from your true self and your inherent intentions, an inner fire, a burning passion that motivates and inspires you to drive your inner energy into action. However, at the same time, in your head, in your mind, limitation arises, stemming from a past belief, mindset, or learned pattern. Your mind says, "No, I can't experience this desire. I can't allow myself to express this intention." And of course, your mind will come up with a list of reasons from the world you learned. You might tell yourself, for instance, "I can't follow my desires because of what the village would say," or "I can't do what I want because those close to me, those I love, might turn away from me," or "I can't do what I want because I would fail." You may also think that you cannot pursue what you desire because you are not capable, or because people would look down on you. You would look lame, or it just wouldn't work. So, some limiting belief system rooted in your mind, a rule instilled in you, a dogma, a pattern, prevents your true self from manifesting. In this state, you are like a corked volcano, as I've drawn on the board. You can repress your desires for a while, but the inner drive boiling inside you will eventually want to break free. The tension building deep inside the volcano can lead to one of two outcomes. Either it causes internal destruction because you don't let it to the surface, which often leads to chronic illnesses, or the energy, filled with tension, manifests in places where it doesn't belong, where it shouldn't. The other possible scenario is that this drive builds up until eventually the cork pops off the top of the volcano. And this energy, this tension bursts out. At that point, you will either do what you have been repressing, or you will act out of helpless rage. Unfortunately, when repression bursts out with force, it rarely manifests peacefully. Instead, it often results in anger, frustration, tension, or even destruction. There is no place for long-term repression in your life. But don't start with anger and frustration, because they are just the consequences of things that are not going in your life the way you would want them. Either you are blocking the fulfillment of your desires with your mind's patterns, or you are experiencing the limitations placed on you by your environment. Thus, anger and frustration are the result of your repressed desires being bottled up. Be aware of what you truly want. Be alert to your desires. Pay attention to the driving forces, the inspiration, the motivation, the intention, and the passion within you that wants to come to life. Ask yourself often, what do I really want? What do I desire? especially when you feel inner tension, when you sense that something is off, that something is not right in your functioning, in your daily life, or in your reactions. You need to have a conversation with yourself. Always try to focus your inner dialogue on what you want. What do I want to experience? What do I want to achieve? What do I desire? What do I want to create, to bring into existence? What are the things in which I truly feel good, something I'd like to try and explore? Have lots of conversations with yourself. Be alert and aware of your desires and how you operate, because that is what will lead you to your true self. If you liked this video, please join our channel and watch the other videos we've prepared for you. With the help of these videos, you can better recognize the hidden, subconscious driving forces in your life and get closer to a happy, balanced version of yourself. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos on the channel. For now, I'll say goodbye. I wish you lots of success, good health, love, a happy relationship, and everything else you would wish for yourself.